What's up, guys? This is Mike Dussault, Paul Perillo, joining you from Patriots.com. And we tonight have seen the Patriots make a selection at 15th overall, quarterback Mac Jones from Alabama. Paul, a lot of speculation about what the Patriots were going to do tonight. Turns out they go with a familiar face, Nick Saban connection, again tapped, Mac Jones. What do you think of the pick?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. There were 5 quarterbacks that everybody thought were going to go in the first round, and they ended up getting the 5th one. They didn't have to move up. I think that was an important element of this puzzle. I think they let the draft come to them. They were able to get a quarterback, and obviously it's one that they wanted. Otherwise, they wouldn't have taken him. I am not the biggest Mac Jones fan out there, but I do recognize the need to get a guy in the system, Mike, that they can try to start developing and see if he can be the guy for the future. You can only go so long with 4th-round picks and 6th-round picks and just keep cycling it through. They made a decision. They got a guy with the 15th overall pick, and this is going to be the guy, for better or worse, for the next couple of years.
Yeah, plenty of talk about Mac Jones all this offseason. I mean, obviously won the national championship, was at the Senior Bowl, threw a couple times this offseason. I mean, when you look at the skill set, Paul, I mean, it seems like he's a guy, not one of these next-generation athletic guys, but a guy that's smart, can get the ball out. Not to say that he's Tom Brady, but similar kind of skill set along those lines. It does fit what the Patriots do. How do you see Mac Jones kind of fitting in here? Cam Newton, Jarrett Stidham, he enters that room.
Yeah, I do think that's the appeal of Jones. Is I think Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, they probably feel like he best replicates what they want to do in their system. Get the ball out quick, make smart throws, avoid the mistakes, avoid the negative plays. But I am disappointed in the other part that you mentioned, Mike, is the lack of athleticism to make plays. I do think you sort of need a guy. I don't need Lamar Jackson. I don't need a guy to rush for 1,000 yards and be electric all over the field. But I do feel like in today's day and age, you need a guy who can use his legs and get himself out of some trouble at times and make a play. I still think this wide receiver core is developing. So I don't. This is a guy who's going to go from college to the pros and probably have a lesser talented group of skilled position players to work with, at least initially. There's still a lot of draft left. We'll see what happens. But I do think that lack of athleticism worries me a little bit. But the other stuff that you talked about, Mike, I'm 100% on board. I think he's a good, smart quarterback, makes good decisions, and he's very accurate, 77+% completion percentage. I know that stat can be overrated, but that's an exceptionally high number.
Yeah, well, first pick down, Patriots do make a move here in the first round. 9 picks to go. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more action, plenty more players to build around Mac Jones. I want to thank you guys. We'll be back with another draft recap here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. We'll get you more up-to-date content. We'll see you this week as the draft continues.